Welcome, wherever you are right now, whatever kind of day you've had. It's over, all of it. The decisions, the conversations, the things left unsaid, and the ones said too many times, none of them belong to this moment. This moment is only for you, and tonight there is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to figure out, and nothing you need to hold on to. You can simply be here, still, quiet, ready to rest. Take one slow breath in and let it go without effort. Let your shoulders settle. Let the tension in your jaw loosen just a little. You don't have to try very hard at anything tonight. The only thing I ask of you is that you listen and allow yourself to be gently carried somewhere soft and far away. Tonight we are going to a castle, not a grand, imposing place, not the kind that makes you feel small or overwhelmed. This castle is old and gentle and kind. It has been sitting quietly at the edge of a forest for so many centuries that the trees have grown close around it, and the moss has moved up along its stone walls like a slow green tide. And tonight, as it so often does in this part of the world, it is raining. Softly, beautifully, the kind of rain that does not rush. Picture the road that leads to the castle. It is narrow and winding, lined on both sides with tall, dark trees whose branches lean inward overhead, making a kind of tunnel. And as you walk along this road, slowly, there is no hurry. You can hear the rain beginning to fall through the canopy above you. It arrives first as a whisper, a soft percussion of droplets meeting leaves, thousands of small, quiet sounds layering together into something that feels almost like music. The path beneath your feet is old stone, worn smooth by centuries of passing footsteps. In some places, the stones have sunk unevenly into the earth, and puddles collect in the shallow hollows, reflecting the grey-blue sky above. You step around them gently. There is something very peaceful about watching the raindrops land on the surface of those little puddles, each one sending out a perfect circle that expands and fades. The air smells like wet earth and old wood and something faintly green, the scent of living things drinking deeply. It is cool but not cold. It settles against your skin in a way that feels clean and honest. You breathe it in, you let it move through you. Ahead, through the trees, you begin to see the castle. Its towers rise above the tree line, dark stone softened by distance and mist. A few windows glow with warm amber light. Not many, just enough to signal that someone is inside, and that the inside is warm, and that there is a place for you there tonight. You walk toward it without hurrying. The rain falls a little more steadily now, and you pull your coat a little closer, but you are not uncomfortable. If anything, the rain makes the walk feel more sheltered somehow, as though the world has drawn a soft curtain around you, and everything beyond the sound of the rain no longer exists. There is only this path, these trees, this old quiet castle glowing gently in the mist. You reach the great wooden door. It is enormous, dark and deeply weathered, studded with iron that has gone the colour of rust and earth. There is a heavy iron ring for a knocker, but when you reach for it, you find the door already slightly open, just a few inches, and from within you can feel warmth, actual, physical warmth, drifting out through the gap like a slow exhale. You push the door gently, and it swings open without protest. The hinges do not creak the way you might expect. They make only a low, settled sound, the sound of something old and solid, something that has opened and closed 10,000 times and is entirely unhurried about doing so again. You step inside. The entrance hall is tall and stone, and the first thing you notice is the fireplace. It is immense, wide enough to stand in, set into the far wall, and the fire within it is large and slow and amber. The logs have been burning for hours. They are well beyond crackling now. They breathe. That is the only way to describe it. They pulse with a deep, quiet heat, the kind that settles into the bones and tells the body that everything is all right. The stone floor beneath your feet is covered here and there with old rugs, thick ones, faded to gentle shades of ochre and rose and deep green. They muffle your footsteps completely. You stand still for a moment and listen. The fire, the rain outside landing now against the high stone walls and the glass in the narrow windows. Somewhere deeper in the castle, perhaps the drip of water from a leaking gutter into a stone basin, a slow rhythmic sound, nothing else. You exhale. A long wooden table stands near the wall, and on it someone has left a tray, a small ceramic pot, still steaming, a cup, a candle in a low holder, its flame barely moving in the still air. You move toward it without thinking, because something about it, the warmth, the light, the smallness of it, feels like an invitation. The tea is already poured. It is pale gold in the cup, and it smells of chamomile and something slightly honey-sweet. You wrap both hands around the cup and feel the warmth move into your palms, up through your fingers, spreading gently up your arms. You take a slow sip. It is not too hot. It is exactly right. It tastes like the end of a long day, like the moment when you finally stop. You carry the candle with you as you begin to explore, not urgently, not with any particular destination in mind. You simply want to see what this place has to offer tonight. And there is a quiet pleasure in not knowing quite what you will find. The corridor that leads off the entrance hall is long and low-ceilinged, panelled in dark wood that has been polished so many times it gleams even in candlelight. Small paintings hang along the walls, landscapes mostly, hills in autumn, a river at dusk, a garden in the hour just before rain. You pause in front of one of them. It shows a meadow, and in the distance, the suggestion of mountains behind a soft haze. There are no people in the painting. It is utterly still, utterly quiet, and looking at it feels like stepping briefly into another kind of silence. You move on. The rain outside is intensifying slightly. You can hear it now against several different surfaces at once. The thick old glass of the corridor windows, the stone somewhere above, the leaves of the ivy that grows along the outer walls. Each surface gives it a different voice. The glass makes a delicate tapping. The stone absorbs it into a low, rushing sound. The ivy catches it in irregular drops that land heavier and slower, like a careful conversation. At the end of the corridor, a door stands open onto a small library. You step inside. It is not a grand library, not the kind with rolling ladders and galleries and thousands of books climbing to the ceiling. This is a room designed for sitting in, for reading by lamplight, for spending quiet hours with a single book while rain falls outside. There are 3 walls of shelves, floor to ceiling, filled with books of every size and colour. Some are very old, their spines barely legible, their cloth covers faded to shades of dusty mauve and ochre. Some are newer, their titles sharp and clear. All of them have the feel of books that have been read, not merely collected. In the centre of the room, 2 armchairs face a small fireplace. The fire here is smaller than the one in the entrance hall, a more intimate thing, burning in a narrow grate lined with old brick, but it gives off the same quality of light, warm and amber and low and steady. A lamp on a side table adds its own soft glow. The room feels held by light rather than lit by it. You settle into one of the armchairs. The cushions receive you slowly, adjusting to your shape. You tuck your feet up if that is comfortable. You hold your tea. The fire makes its small, steady sound. The rain falls against the single window, a deep-set window with a stone ledge, where someone has placed a small stone figure and a dried sprig of lavender. The lavender is so dry it has gone silver grey. It has been there a long time. You do not feel alone in this room. You feel as though the room itself has been keeping company for centuries, and it is very good at it. After a while, you are not sure how long, you notice something on the small table beside the opposite chair. A book left open, face down, as though someone placed it there and stepped away just a moment ago, intending to return. The spine is worn. The pages have gone the colour of old cream. You do not pick it up. You simply look at it, wondering idly what it contains. A story, perhaps, or poetry, or the careful observations of someone who once lived in this castle and wanted to record the small things. The way the light came in on winter afternoons, the particular sound of the rain in different seasons, the names of the plants in the garden. You imagine them sitting in this very chair, by this very fire, writing in a careful hand about nothing very important and everything that mattered. There is something deeply comforting about that, about the continuity of it, about the fact that people have always come to quiet rooms and sat beside fires and found in ordinary things a cup of tea, a book, the sound of rain, a kind of shelter from the world outside. You are part of that long, continuous line tonight. The fire settles. The log shifts softly, sending up a small cascade of sparks that rise and dim before they reach the top of the grate. The sound is barely a sound, a soft, papery collapse. You close your eyes for just a moment, listening. Rain, fire, the distant gentle drip from somewhere in the castle walls. The almost silence between sounds. When you open your eyes, the room seems slightly softer, the edges a little blurred, the lamplight a little warmer. You blink slowly. You decide to explore a little further, though your body is already beginning its quiet argument for stillness. You move through the library's far door and find a narrow staircase, stone steps worn in the center from centuries of use, a wooden banister smooth and cool under your hand. You ascend slowly. The candle flame bends gently with your movement, then steadies. The upper corridor is quieter still. The rain sounds different up here, closer, somehow, as though the roof is nearby. You can hear it moving across the slates above. Not a drumming, not a roar, but a continuous, soft presence, a shushing sound. Like someone reassuring a room that everything is fine, go back to sleep. There are several doors along this corridor, all of them closed. You do not feel the need to open them. Whatever they contain, more rooms, more quiet corners, perhaps a view of the garden below in the rain, they will keep. Tonight is not about discovery so much as it is about permission. Permission to slow down, permission to stop, permission to rest in a beautiful place and ask nothing more of yourself than simply being here. At the end of the corridor, though, one door is ajar, and from behind it comes the faintest sound of something you cannot quite identify. Not alarming, nothing like that. Something softer, almost like music, but slower. Like a single note held for a very long time, or perhaps the harmonic produced by wind moving through a small gap somewhere in the old stone. You push the door open gently. It is a small room, smaller than the library, smaller than the entrance hall. Its walls are bare stone. There is a narrow bed with a tall headboard made up with white linens that look extraordinarily soft. A single candle burns on a small ledge beside the window. And the window is the thing. It faces out over the castle garden, and because the glass is old and slightly wavy, the rain on its surface creates a shifting, moving quality of light on the wall and ceiling, as if the room itself is breathing, as if the darkness outside is very gently alive. You stand in the doorway for a moment, then you step inside. The floor is covered with a rug so thick your feet sink into it. You set down your candle. You move to the window and look out into the garden, and what you see is this: darkness and rain and the shapes of old trees, and somewhere below, the pale suggestion of gravel paths curving between beds of lavender and rosemary. Everything is wet and gleaming and absolutely still in the way that gardens at night in rain always are. A light mist moves just above the ground, and in one corner of the garden, just visible through the rain, there is a stone fountain. Water falls from it, from a bowl into a basin, but tonight it mingles with the rain so completely that you cannot tell where one ends and the other begins. The sound reaches you only faintly through the glass, a low, continuous murmur, like a voice speaking in another room, like something very old saying something very quiet. You stand at the window for a long time, watching the garden. Nothing happens, nothing needs to. The rain simply falls, the trees simply stand, the fountain simply flows, and you simply watch, and your breathing slows, and the day, all of it, everything you carried into this evening, moves a little further away. When you finally turn from the window, the bed is waiting for you. You sit on its edge first, running your hand across the linen. It is cool at first, then quickly warm. The pillow gives gently when you press your palm against it. The blanket is heavy in the way that heavy blankets are a kind of language. A soft statement that says, "Here, let this hold you for a while. Let someone or something else take the weight." You lie down. The ceiling above you is low and stone and very old. You can see, in the candlelight, the faint irregularities of it, the places where the stone was set unevenly, centuries ago, by hands that are long gone. You trace them with your eyes without thinking. They make no pattern. They are simply what they are, old and solid and above you, and entirely untroubled. Outside, the rain continues. You listen to it now with your whole body, or rather, your body listens for you. The sound arrives at your ears and continues somehow down into your chest, your stomach, your legs. It is not loud enough to be intrusive. It is exactly loud enough to replace the sounds of your own thinking. Every small persistent thought that was still circling. The things you need to do, the things you said, the things you're not sure about. Each one, as the rain continues, grows a little quieter, a little less insistent, a little easier to let pass. The candle on the ledge flickers once, just once, and then burns very steadily again. Its light on the ceiling is warm and amber and barely moving. You think of the garden below, the lavender beds dark and damp in the rain, the gravel paths, each stone wet and gleaming, the old trees, patient and still, receiving everything that falls on them without resistance. There is something you have always known about trees in the rain, that they do not mind it. That for them, rain is simply part of being alive. They do not need it to stop. They simply absorb it and go on being what they are. You think about that for a moment, the ease of it, the simplicity, and then you let even that thought go. There is a smell in this room, very faint, but present. Old stone and dried herbs and something woody like cedar or sandalwood. And beneath all of it, the smell of rain coming in from somewhere. Perhaps beneath the window frame, perhaps from the corridor, perhaps simply from the castle walls themselves, which have been absorbing rain for so long they have become part of its cycle. The smell is ancient and clean and deeply calming. You breathe it in. Somewhere in the castle below, something creaks. The comfortable, settling creak of old wood adapting to the night's temperature. Nothing worrying, nothing sharp, just the sound of a very old building getting comfortable, the way houses do when everything inside them has gone still. The rain is constant now, not heavier, not lighter, simply constant, a steady, unhurried presence that fills the room without crowding it. You have stopped listening to it, the way you listen to something new, and started listening to it, the way you listen to something you have known for a long time. It is simply there, like breathing, like your own heartbeat. Your eyes grow heavy in the way that eyes do when they have finally accepted what the body has been asking for all along. The ceiling above you softens at the edges. The candlelight seems to pulse very slowly, in and out, in time with something very quiet at the center of things. You are aware distantly of the garden, of the fountain still flowing in the rain, of the long corridor below, and the library with its armchairs and its open book and its small, faithful fire. You carry these rooms with you as your thoughts slow and soften, like rooms seen through rain-spotted glass, present, real, but blurred at the edges. Safe, sheltered, held. The lavender in the library was silver grey. You think of that. You think of how long it had been sitting there, and how quiet it is to simply be something beautiful and still and dry in a room full of old books, while outside, the seasons change and the rain comes and goes and comes again. You are part of this castle tonight, one more quiet thing settling into the gentle dark. The candle on the ledge is very low now. It burns without hurry. It simply gives what it has left to give, without drama, without urgency. The flame is smaller than it was, but warmer somehow, more concentrated, a tiny bright point in a room that is mostly soft shadow and rain light, and the slow sound of water falling in the garden below. You do not need to know what time it is. You do not need to know what comes next. You do not need to hold anything. The rain is falling. The castle is old and still and patient. The blanket is warm. The pillow is exactly right. Somewhere below, in a library no one is sitting in anymore. A fire is burning quietly by itself, tending its own small light, needing nothing from you at all. This is enough. This has always been enough. Let your eyes close if they haven't already. Let your breathing slow to whatever pace feels natural. There is no correct way, no ideal rhythm, nothing to practice or achieve. Just the breath moving in and out of you, the way it always has, the way it always will. Quiet and steady and entirely your own. The rain will continue long after you have gone to sleep. It does not need your attention. It does not need anything from you. It will fall on the garden and the stone walls and the old slate roof and the ivy and the gravel paths, and the fountain will go on murmuring in the dark, and the trees will go on receiving everything that falls, and the castle will go on being ancient and still and sheltering for you and for everyone who has ever come here needing rest. And you are resting now. You are here and you are safe, and the night is long and soft and full of rain. Let it carry you. Let it carry you the rest of the way. You are almost there now, just at the edge of the place where thoughts give way to something quieter, something wordless, something that does not need a name. It is waiting for you, very gently, the way good things wait, without pressure, without demand, without a single sound louder than rain on old stone. Go toward it. Rest. The castle is here. The rain is here. The night is long and quiet and kind, and there is nothing left for you to do tonight but sleep.